Load game. Load slot. You float through the
And
empty
here
streets with
we
the
are
sluggish
back in
pace
a
of a
Gloom
Stanley
and a
Kubrick movie.
Doom. So I think this may actually be the last one, but not completely sure there. We'll see how much is left. Onward.
The end of this hellishly long chapter of your life is almost here. And you should be ecstatic that you're mere hours away from returning to heaven. But instead of feeling excited or joyful, you feel even emptier than ever. You're not sure why you're feeling this way. Is it because you've grown a little fond of this strange little girl in the past few days? Or maybe it's because she turned out to be your oldest and closest friend's daughter. Lucia and you may not have been the best of friends in the past few hundred years. But there is still a lot of mutual respect between you. And you don't want to break her heart by killing her only child. Gloom, there's got to be a better way to do this. Gloom, some way to convince the kid that this prophecy is bullshit. But is it? Is it really bullshit? You don't put much faith in Gabriel's prophecies, but the kid's recurring nightmares definitely mean something. She might actually be the agent of doomsday after all, threatening millions of lives. Nothing justifies the sacrifice of an innocent life. The needs of many outweigh the needs of one. Then death is the best option for the greater good. Gloom, I might have no choice but to kill her. Katerina, then I will have no choice but to kill you first. You recognize the voice as Katerina, your old protege. Ask what she's doing here. Gloom, what are you doing here, Katerina? Gloom, are you going to try to kill me too? Katerina, as much as I would like to kill the great betrayer, my mistress does not want that. Gloom, so why are you here? Katerina, I come to share important information with you. Katerina, the truth is important. Yes. Gloom, what do you know? Katerina takes out a small glowing stone. Katerina, I have memory stone. This will tell you the exact wording of Gabriel's prophecy. Katerina, and you will find that he did not say she will destroy the world. Gloom, Katerina, I don't really believe anything you say. How do I know this memory stone is real? Katerina, I bring neutral party to authenticate it. Mr. Yesterday, hey, bonehead. Gloom, Yeti, what the hell are you doing here? Gloom, is she threatening you? Mr. Yesterday, no, I'm here because you need to see this. Mr. Yesterday, this is Gabriel's original prophecy, right here. Mr. Yesterday, I don't know if Michael intentionally or accidentally arsed it up. Mr. Yesterday, but what they told you is very different from the original. Gloom, what did Gabriel say originally? Katerina, the Doombringer will disrupt the power of heaven. Gloom, how did you get this memory stone? Katerina, we have friends upstairs. Katerina, friends who, unlike you, still believe in our cause. Gloom, how can I trust you? Katerina, you do not trust your own former student? Gloom, not when she might be trying to kill me. Katerina, this is why I find friend of yours. Neutral party to verify authenticity of stone. Mr. Yesterday, the memory stone is the real deal. The time spirits confirmed it. Gloom, why did you bring this to me? Katerina, I would like you to stop your quest. If you think you are saving world by killing Winona, Katerina, you need to understand that you are mistaken. Katerina, take stone. See memory for yourself. Katerina, don't let Michael be your only source of truth. Katerina tosses the stone to you, and you snatch it out of the air. You receive a memory stone. Katerina, we have to go. Katerina, we cannot allow Michael to find out we have spoken. Katerina starts to leave, but Mr. Yesterday has one last thing to say to you. Mr. Yesterday, Gloom, you've spent a long time lamenting a mistake. Mr. Yesterday, don't make another one, mate. The two of them leave quickly and disappear into a side street. You look at the memory stone in your hand. It's a crystalline stone, with glowing spheres that swirl around in a cloud under the surface. Holding it in front of your face, you stare into the stone and slowly relax your eyes. Before long, a vivid image forms within the swirling patterns. You gain the stone's memories. And they are exactly as Katarina described. Gloom, Winona is not destined to destroy the world. Gloom, she's only going to disrupt heaven. Gloom, this changes everything. You continue on to the church while deciding your next move. When you arrive at the church, Michael is already waiting for you. That's a first. He has always made you wait for him in the past. Something unusual is going on tonight. Michael, hey Gloom. You made it? Gloom, Michael. Michael, I am so excited for you. I mean, I know you always pull through and I had nothing to fear. Michael, but it seemed like such an impossible task and I admit, I had a little doubt. Michael, but look at you now, bro. Michael, the boss is dying to welcome you back. We are all very impressed with how far you have gotten. Remind him to call off his seraphim. Tell Michael you don't want to kill Winona. Gloom, Michael, I don't think we should kill this kid. Michael, Michael, and why not, bro? Michael, she is destined to destroy the world. Michael, tell me why we should not kill the Doombringer. Michael, she is innocent. Gloom, the kid is innocent, Michael. Completely free of sin. Michael. Michael stares at you and smirks. Michael, we have already been through this, bro. Michael, we know she is innocent. Michael, and this is why we need you to smite her for us. Michael, but make no mistake about this little mortal will become the Doombringer, Michael, and then we will be faced with a power that we might not be able to defeat. Gloom, she's a good kid, with a big heart. Gloom, just give her some time to prove to you that she is not evil. Michael, how much time do you need? The holy doors close tomorrow. Gloom, they will open again in just 25 years. Gloom, give her that time to live and prove her goodness. Gloom, if you are not convinced that she's a good person when the doors reopen. Gloom, I will immediately take the kid to heaven and end her. Michael glares at you with his empty eyes. Michael, the girl is growing more powerful every day. Michael, 25 years is a short time for us, but for the mortals it is a long time. Michael, what if she changes her mind in that time? What if she becomes the Doombringer before the doors reopen? Gloom, Michael, Gabriel has seen what will happen, but he does not know when it will happen. Michael, I cannot risk the Doombringer coming to power before the doors next open. Michael, just kill her now, bro. Do it and you get everything you've been working for. You realize once again that the ones who don't have to get their hands bloody are also the most bloodthirsty. Gloom, but Michael, come on, bro. Michael, do you think it is easy for me to make this call? Michael, I do not want to smite a young child any more than you do. Michael, but I have a responsibility to protect us, and that means I have to make hard decisions for the greater good. Michael, I want you to keep this in mind. Michael, what do you think is going to happen when the Doombringer fulfills her destiny? Gloom, it could be a good thing. Shake things up a bit. Michael, a lot of angels will die. Michael, and not just the warriors either. Michael, if heaven is overrun by demons, she will not be spared. Michael, and she is the reason you are doing all of this, am I right? You nod silently. Michael, which one are you going to save? Gloom. Which one is more important to you? Don't Gloom, well, Michael, wait, no need to answer, bro. I already know. Michael, I actually have a surprise for you. It is a little premature, but I was just so happy for you that I could not wait. Michael, just wait here a moment. Michael dashes out the door and zooms into the sky. You wonder what surprise he has lined up. Michael's surprises generally consist of extra work to do, so they've never really been pleasant. You wonder if you should get your spectral blade out, just in case. Muriel, Azrael, that voice. The voice that hums on the edge of your subconscious. The voice that you've been dying to hear for centuries. Gloom, Muriel. And just like that, she floats into the church, looking as radiant and beautiful as ever. And her scent. A telltale sign that Muriel is nearby is the sweet smell of flowers. It's not the scent itself that is unforgettable, but the way it makes you feel. It strips you of your worries, and you feel tranquil. Muriel, is real? Is that really you? Gloom. Yes, it's me. Muriel, have you been well? You look so different. Muriel, the others warned me that you've changed, but I didn't think. Gloom, I haven't been myself for a while. I will change back in time. Muriel, I can get used to this new look if that is what you prefer now. Muriel, it is not like I expected things to be exactly as they were. Gloom, I will change back. Muriel, take your time. Things must have been difficult for you to be stuck down here for so long. Muriel, so long away from the light. There's a dead pause in the conversation. There are a gazillion things you have been waiting to tell her, but nothing comes out. After yearning for this moment for so long, you'd think the words would come easily. Forgive me. Gloom, forgive me. Is that all you can say? Muriel looks at you and smiles. Muriel, I am the angel of mercy, of course I forgive you. Muriel, but only if you forgive me too. Muriel, I did not understand before why you left me and the light. Muriel, but I think I understand why now. Muriel flashes a nervous smile, and the conversation stalls again. You feel like you need to ask her something. Is that a tattoo? How have you been? Is that a tattoo? A gust of wind catches Muriel's skirt and lifts it enough for you to notice something that shouldn't be there. Gloom, is that a tattoo? Never in 1,000 years would you have imagined that Muriel would get a tattoo. She was just too conservative. Muriel, oh this? Muriel,
she's sowing
yes,
her wild oats.
I got this done not too long ago. Muriel, L'Oreal persuaded me to get one. Gloom, L'Oreal. The new angel of justice? Gloom, I didn't know you were friends with L'Oreal. You used to hate the angel of justice appointment. Muriel, I understand it better now, and I even realize how necessary it is. Muriel, it is brutal and ugly, but it cuts open a path that helps my style of continual healing. Muriel, so L'Oreal and I often work together in tandem. Muriel, the angel of justice and the angel of mercy, protecting the innocent and keeping them in the light. You are glad that Muriel finally understands, though you wish she could have realized this when you were still together. Gloom, it sounds like you're enjoying your work a lot more now. Muriel, oh, it still drives me crazy all the time. Some things do not change, like stubborn people who refuse to be helped. Gloom, you've always had a lot of patience. Muriel, less these days. But I have found a new outlet for my frustrations. Gloom, what's that? Muriel, I have discovered human music. Gloom, that's great. I love human music too, especially the sounds of the past 30 years. Muriel, again, I am not too embarrassed to admit that I only started because the Watchers told me that you liked it. Muriel, and I wanted to have more in common with you when you finally returned to heaven. Gloom, that's nice. You feel bad that you made no such effort in return. Come to think of it, you can't recall any of Muriel's previous hobbies and activities other than her angelic appointment. You secretly panic as you start to realize that you were probably not the best husband ever. Muriel, at first I tried listening to the same things you did, but I discovered what I really like is metal. Gloom, you like metal? Muriel, what? An angel cannot like metal just because she smells like flowers and has pink wings. Gloom, no, but... Muriel, I like metal. I build up so much frustration dealing with stubborn mortals who cannot save themselves even with divine help. Muriel, but I can now vent it all by singing along to 9 Inch Nails, Fear Factory, and lately I like Terry B's new band. Gloom, wow. I never would have guessed. Muriel, if that surprises you, then this next reveal will blow your mind. Gloom, what? Muriel, I have started playing guitar. Azrael, Gloom, you what? Muriel, it started as a hobby to keep me occupied at night. Muriel, but now I am taking it more seriously than before. I study with a mortal named Buckethead. Gloom, you're learning guitar from Buckethead? Muriel, he does not know I am an angel. Though he is probably weird enough to accept the fact without any problems, you officially don't recognize your own wife anymore. Gloom, a lot has changed in half a millennium. Muriel, but I have never stopped thinking about you. So why haven't you come to see me then? Gloom, so why haven't you come to see me then? Gloom, I can't go up, but you can come down anytime. Muriel, well, I just told you. I have been busy. Muriel, there were a few times that I almost dropped everything so I could rush down to see you. Muriel, but Michael advised me to give you more space. Gloom, he did. Huh. Muriel, he said I would push you away if I had come to see you. Muriel, L'Oreal felt the same way too. Muriel,
Ooh,
so
plot
instead,
thickens.
Michael has been visiting me often to give me updates about you. Gloom, oh really? Muriel, furthermore, some of L'Oreal's Watcher friends tell me about your exploits. That is how I found out about your music. Muriel, and all the demons you are tasked to kill. She suddenly looks away. Muriel, you have been fighting so hard to come back to me, putting your life at risk every time. Gloom, I'm fine. I've yet to come close to defeat. Muriel, I have never doubted your battle prowess, but a wife will always worry about her husband. Muriel smiles to herself and stretches her wings. Muriel, it has been wonderful. I have really missed you. Muriel, I just wanted to see you before you reached the cathedral. Muriel, Michael told me that it will be a dangerous battle and that you would have liked to see me. Gloom, I am very happy to see you. Gloom, you're what I've been fighting for. Muriel, Muriel, go fight your last fight. Azrael, Muriel, then come back home. Muriel, you could even join L'Oreal and me. Just imagine what we could accomplish as a team. It's true. As a trio you would be unstoppable. You would take point and attract all the aggression. L'Oreal's mobility and swift swords would deal quick death to your enemies from the flanks, and Muriel would support from the rear with her divine shields and healing abilities. The holy trinity of tank, damage dealer, and healer. No, I'm done with fighting. That sounds like a good idea. Gloom, that's not a bad idea. Muriel, it would mean so much to me if we can finally share this part of our lives with each other. Gloom, let me go and complete this quest, then I'll see you in heaven. Muriel, may God's force be with you, my love. Gloom, see you soon.
Deception is afoot.
I'm starting to enjoy coming to this reservoir. The first time I got here, I was pulled along as Gloom jumped from rooftop to rooftop. This time, I was carried by a flying angel. A flying angel. I can't decide if I prefer the roller coaster thrills of rooftop hopping or the breathtaking view from the clouds. But seriously, if you get the chance to do either, just do it. When we first left the alley and flew through the skies, I asked L'Oreal about being the angel of justice. Since then she has been pointing out areas where she had defeated a whole catalog of demons and evil humans. She didn't stop either when we got to Bedrock Reservoir. With anybody else, it might have gotten annoying, but I find her stories fascinating. L'Oreal is totally my new woman crush. I mean, this lady is legit cutting. Look at those wings. Look at the way she stands. Every movement exudes strength and composure. She wears that gleaming armor like it was her second skin. She must have been on a gazillion adventures with it, and she probably hates this, but her hair totally looks like a shampoo ad. Most of all, I love her smile. It's the smile of someone who fears nothing because she knows she can kick ass. Like, can I have just a little bit of that confidence, please, L'Oreal? And then I said, hey, what is going on? Winona, that's so funny. L'Oreal, Crast, look at me, just yammering on for yonks. L'Oreal, I am sure you must have some things you would like to know. What happened with Muriel? What's heaven like? How do you keep your hair so radiant? What happened with Muriel? Winona, do you know some? L'Oreal, the angel of mercy? Winona, I'm not sure who she is. I just know it's Gloom's wife. L'Oreal, then yes, that is her. Why do you ask? Winona, what happened between them? L'Oreal, well, that was something that happened an awfully long time ago. L'Oreal, and it really is not my tale to tell. L'Oreal. L'Oreal. L'Oreal, but it is too grand a scandal not to share. L'Oreal's energy levels suddenly shoot up, and a wide grin appears on her face. L'Oreal, Winona dear, have you heard of the Great Fallout? Winona, I'm guessing you're not talking about the video game. L'Oreal, no, I am not. Winona, so what is the Great Fallout? L'Oreal, it was the biggest scandal in heaven's history, and it occurred not long after the creation of humankind. L'Oreal, some angels decided that the rules we imposed upon the mortals were too oppressive, so they rebelled against God. L'Oreal, these renegades were led by Lucia, a wildly popular and influential angel who used to be one of God's favorites. L'Oreal, Gloom and Lucia were best friends from fighting in the false Demiurge War, and they won many battles together as a team. L'Oreal, when Lucia began her rebellion, Gloom wanted to support her, but Muriel thought it unwise to question God. L'Oreal, they had a rather fierce argument, and in the end, Gloom left to fight alongside his best friend, Winona, and now he's trying to make his way back to Muriel. L'Oreal, too little, too late if you ask me. But Muriel is waiting for him. Winona, has she forgiven him? L'Oreal, she is the angel of mercy. Forgiving people is literally her primary reason for existence. Winona, sounds kinda boring. L'Oreal, it is, but she has made it more than that. L'Oreal, after Gloom left, Muriel found a new way to perform her duties. L'Oreal, now she flies through the world and actively seeks out the victims of misfortune and injustice. L'Oreal, anybody who is suffering unfairly. L'Oreal, and she helps them get back onto their feet with emotional support and small acts of kindness. L'Oreal, she and I make a good team. L'Oreal, as the angel of justice, I remove the cause of the suffering, and then she heals their pain. Winona, that's pretty cutting. Muriel sounds awesome. L'Oreal, she is. I was thrilled when she gave herself that makeover. L'Oreal, well, truth be told, she first started doing this because she felt she needed to compete with Lucia for Gloom's attention. L'Oreal, as if you need a man's approval to be happy. L'Oreal, but now she realized she is happier for discovering her true self and her purpose in life. Finding your purpose makes you happier, huh? But I wonder what L'Oreal would think if a person's purpose is to kill themselves to save the world. Do you believe in Gabriel's prophecy? Winona, do you believe in Gabriel's prophecy about the Doombringer? L'Oreal, no, Gabriel's prophecies are a right load of bollocks. L'Oreal, Crast, the bugger is only ever accurate 3 out of 10 times. L'Oreal, but because of those 3 correct predictions, everyone in heaven thinks he is prescient. Winona, but I feel it too. I sense the Doombringer inside of me, and I know I am destined to become it. Winona, that's why I have to kill myself. L'Oreal scrunches up her face and looks away uncomfortably. L'Oreal, this counseling stuff is not usually my cup of tea. Muriel would fare much better right now. L'Oreal, but I will tell you this, I think you are very brave to fight so hard for the greater good. L'Oreal, brave, but awfully stupid, because this whole suicide business is rather daft, if you ask me. L'Oreal, I can think of so many better ways that a person can serve the greater good. L'Oreal, nevertheless, not many people would be brave enough to make it as far as you have. Winona, that's just the thing. Everyone keeps saying that, but it's not true. Winona, I'm not brave. Winona, I'm doing this only because I'm so fucking afraid of what will happen if I don't. Winona, I'm not as brave as you, or strong like Gloom. Winona, I'm actually scared shitless right now. L'Oreal wraps her wing around me. L'Oreal, Winona, dear. L'Oreal, what you have just said describes bravery perfectly. L'Oreal, we all go through this. I am afraid of being on the wrong end of a demon's claws every time I fly off to battle. L'Oreal, or that I will fail to protect an innocent. We are all afraid. L'Oreal, the only distinguishing factor is the brave ones do what they need to do anyway. They're selfless like that. Winona, well, I'm so close to the end and all I can think about are the things I'll not be able to do in my life. Winona, that's so selfish of me, right? L'Oreal, caring about yourself is not selfish. L'Oreal, besides, if you do not like this destiny of yours. Winona, I don't think anybody really wants to be forced to die. L'Oreal, then change it. Change your destiny. L'Oreal, personally, I do not believe in fate or destiny. I believe that if you fight hard, you can find the change you want. Winona, has anyone ever changed their fate? L'Oreal, well, I have. L'Oreal, I was not always a warrior angel. I used to be a watcher. L'Oreal, watchers are a supporting cast, and we never saw combat. L'Oreal, after Gloom betrayed us, I knew they would eventually seek a replacement angel of justice. L'Oreal, so I trained hard. I called in every favor from every person who could instruct me in the ways of war. Winona, why did you want this role so much? L'Oreal, as a watcher, you see a lot of bad things happen to those who deserve better. L'Oreal, I wanted to do more than just report injustice. L'Oreal, so I undertook the trials. I fought against veteran warriors and beat them all. Winona, and you got the job after that. L'Oreal, if only it were that simple, dear. L'Oreal, there was still the matter of my gender. Michael did not believe a woman can be strong enough to uphold justice. L'Oreal, you will find very few women in the ranks of his seraphim. Winona, I didn't think that stuff happens in heaven too. L'Oreal, yes. Unfortunately, your physical form is not the only thing you inherited from us. L'Oreal, inequality and bias are concepts that precede humanity. L'Oreal, and like demons, we must smite them any time they appear. L'Oreal, it is one of the reasons why I knew I had to take this role. L'Oreal just went up a few levels on my crush meter. She places both hands on my shoulders and looks me straight in the eyes. L'Oreal, Winona dear, I tell you this story because I simply do not believe you will become the Doombringer. L'Oreal, I have watched you before, and I have seen your many, many generous deeds. L'Oreal, you are a good person, and your destiny does not have to involve ending the world. Winona, you know, I've tried. I've ignored the nightmares, I've kept to myself. I stay away from violence and evil. Winona, but it always comes back and finds me somehow. I can't escape it. L'Oreal, if you lack the tools to fight, then ask for help. It is not a mark of failure to need help. L'Oreal, you only truly fail when you give up. Winona, so basically, you're saying you don't think I should kill myself. L'Oreal, no. There are not enough strong women in this world as it is. L'Oreal, I do not want to see one sacrificed over some daft prophecy. Wow, maybe she's right. I need to think about this a bit more. Dark smoke starts rising from under the pier. Normally, people would start freaking out about a phenomenon like that, but I'm getting used to it. Winona, Gloom, you're back. Gloom, hey kid. L'Oreal, that took longer than expected. Michael would not stop yakking. Gloom, something like that. I look up, and I spot Nathaniel and his pet owl Aristotle flying in circles above us. L'Oreal, that is my cue to meet Nathaniel. L'Oreal, the two of us will scout ahead and ensure the path is clear. Gloom, I will see you there. Winona, thanks for the pep talk. L'Oreal, L'Oreal, see you at the cathedral. L'Oreal takes off, and I see those big white wings shoot across the sky to join Nathaniel. Gloom seems gloomier than usual. What's up with him? Winona, are you okay? Gloom, Gloom, yes. Which means he is not. Michael must have had some really bad news for him. I'd better find out more during the trip to the cathedral. Gloom, let's go. Winona, ready when you are. The moon is shining brightly on the city of New Atlantis. It's past midnight, but the bars and nightclubs are still busier than usual for a weeknight. As is always the case when the moon is full, the people of the city are partying hard, completely unaware that the demon activity is also at extreme levels tonight. Michael stands on the edge of a rooftop high above the streets, surveying the target cathedral a few blocks away. The cathedral is crawling with demons. He worries that tonight's important mission will not be successful. Bring too many angels, and you risk all-out war. Bring too few, and the demons will overwhelm your forces. With the former and current angels of justice working together, it should be enough to cut through the demons. Nathaniel adds an appropriate level of backup, just enough to tip the scales comfortably in heaven's favor. There shouldn't be anything to worry about. But then, Michael always worries. Michael, how does the situation look? L'Oreal, Gloom is playing along. He is on his way with the girl. Nathaniel, her name is Winona. Michael, she is the Doombringer. Michael, come on, people. We do not give the mortals names if we have to kill them. Michael, even I get squeamish when I have to kill something with a name. L'Oreal, when was the last time you killed anything? Michael, well, I would get squeamish if I had to kill something with a name. Nathaniel, why do you smell like flowers? Michael, I was concerned that our assassin was getting cold feet, so I had Muriel visit and remind him of his quest. Michael, what can I say? I am a master of motivating the troops. Michael, he. Nathaniel stealthily rolls his blind eyes under his hood. L'Oreal is less tactful. Lucky for her, Michael is too busy laughing at his own joke to notice her eye roll. Michael, just remember, if this assault fails, I am going to hold the two of you responsible. Michael, and the big boss will not be happy that you failed to destroy the Doombringer. Michael, so come on, guys. Do this well and do it right, so I can bring good news to the boss. There is a long pause in the air. Michael smirks and holds up his hand to indicate that he is expecting some form of response from his angels. L'Oreal turns to look at Nathaniel, and Aristotle the owl turns his head to return the look. Nathaniel slowly nods his head to L'Oreal, answering an unasked question. L'Oreal, Michael, are you very sure that this is what the boss wants? L'Oreal, killing an innocent girl, no matter what her destiny is, goes against all of his teachings. Nathaniel, L'Oreal is correct. Michael, come on, troops. You have to read between the lines sometimes. Some rules are rules, and sometimes they are guidelines. Michael, perhaps the boss did not specifically ask for this, but this is what he wants. Nathaniel, it just does not seem. Michael, do you spend a lot of time with the boss? Nathaniel, Michael, how about you, L'Oreal? Are you there with him during his morning briefings? Michael, because I am, but I cannot remember seeing you there. L'Oreal, no, Michael. Michael, and you, Nathaniel. Nathaniel, no, Michael. Michael, then take my word for it. This will make him happy. Michael, when you are an archangel, and you might very well be promoted to one someday. Michael giggles to himself. Michael, if you ever become an archangel, you will have to preempt the needs of the boss and present them to him before he even asks. Michael, it is called proactive planning, and it is not something you can do with a flaming sword. L'Oreal, yes, Michael. Michael, that goes for you too. Nathaniel. Nathaniel, yes, Michael. Michael, I will see you too when you return. Michael leaps into the air and zooms back to heaven. L'Oreal, thanks for the motivation, you wanker. L'Oreal, that guy is so dodgy, he would definitely shag himself if his prick was long enough. Nathaniel, I doubt it would be. Nathaniel, come, Let us prepare for battle. L'Oreal, yep, the excitement never stops. You are silent for most of the journey to the cathedral, and surprisingly Winona has been too. The peaceful journey has given you plenty of time to work out the big dilemma in your head. Save Winona, or save Muriel? This big question has smashed its way to the front of your brain, and it's all you can think about now. You look at Winona, so pure and innocent. Winona. When you agreed to kill demons for Michael, you never imagined you would also have to kill someone like her. Then you think of Muriel, this intriguing new version of her, and the future you could have together. You made the mistake of leaving her once because of your foolish sense of justice. A mistake that required 400 years of atonement. But now you find yourself questioning yet again if that decision really was a mistake after all. The same few questions spinning around your thoughts, with zero answers and no progress at all. Winona, hey Gloom, Gloom, yeah, kid, Winona, thanks again for being with me on this journey. Winona, it's been an amazing few days, I wouldn't have gotten here if it wasn't for your help. You think very carefully about your next few words. Push her to stay alive. Gloom, maybe you should reconsider this. Winona, what? We're so close already. Gloom, do you remember that jumper from a few nights ago? Gloom, you said she was probably too emotionally unstable to make any rational decisions. Gloom, these are your own words. Gloom, and this is exactly what you're going through. Winona, no way. Gloom. My eyes are wide fucking open, and my thoughts are clear. Winona, I have a purpose, and that is to save the world from being destroyed by the Doombringer. Winona, and I have the resolve to see this through. If I have to sacrifice everything to make it happen, I'll do it. Gloom, we all know you are strong, that you will do the right thing. Gloom, that's why you should be using that conviction to help the world, and not just run away from your problems. Winona, what if I become the Doombringer? Winona, I don't want to be the person who Hudson timed the world.
I don't know what Hudson timed is.
Gloom, then don't become the Doombringer. Control your own destiny. Gloom, you just said you have the resolve to do what you need to do. Gloom, so go and be a force of good. Winona quietens up, and she starts biting her lip again. You're not sure if you should add this next part because it's something you've not come to terms with yourself. But you decide she should know. Gloom, Winona, Gloom, I don't know what you are, exactly. I don't know what is going to happen when you die. Gloom, maybe you'll be stuck in purgatory as some kind of conscious spirit in the afterlife. Gloom, and you will look back and think about this decision for centuries to come. Gloom, I know I've spent centuries living in regret, and I can tell you it is the worst feeling possible. Gloom, do everything you can now, and be true to your heart. Gloom, if you truly want to do this, then I will help you. But if it's guilt or fear that's driving you now, then rethink it. Gloom, don't end up like me. Gloom, because forever is a long time to live in regret. Winona goes silent. Hopefully, your words got through to her because the moment of truth is almost here. You prepare to land in front of the cathedral. Part 4, The Choice.
Dun dun dun. I'm gonna drop
Save.
a save scum
Save,
right
save,
here.
Return. Part 4, The Choice. As you approach the cathedral from the sky, you notice strange movements on the building. It is almost as if the spires and windows were alive. But on further inspection, you realize that the cathedral is crawling with demons. You see L'Oreal and Nathaniel hiding a safe distance from the cathedral, and decide to land there. Gloom, what have we got? L'Oreal, a small army of plague demons. Some hellhounds, and possibly a few shadow demons around the perimeter. L'Oreal, and Nathaniel's owl had a gander and he spotted some shadow priests going inside. Nathaniel, We think they might be trying to block the holy door. Gloom, Crast. Will they succeed? Nathaniel, I do not know, but I know that we must act with haste now. L'Oreal, you found out how to kill Winona days ago. Why did you wait so long to act? Gloom, we had to wait for the time spirits to locate the high key. L'Oreal, and why did you not secure the holy door during that time? Gloom, I had something else too. L'Oreal, what could be more urgent than securing the holy door? Gloom, something important, so back off.
Video games are important.
Gloom, how many are there? Nathaniel, Aristotle counts at least 80 demons surrounding the cathedral. Winona, that many? How are we going to get through that? L'Oreal, easy peasy. Between the three of us, it will be barely enough fighting to work up a sweat. Winona, 3 against 80. What is this? Dynasty warriors. L'Oreal, they're only plague demons. They do not pose much of a threat. Winona, what will you guys do? Nathaniel, a frontal assault seems unwise to me. Nathaniel, perhaps we should attack from above, and use our superior mobility to our advantage. L'Oreal, that will take too long. They might summon reinforcements if we prolong the battle. L'Oreal, plague demons lack discipline. If we split up and surround them from 2 sides, the weak little sods will panic and scatter. L'Oreal, then we only need to contend with the hellhounds and the occasional shadow demon. Gloom, I don't think it'll be that easy. Gloom, this is a do-or-die battle for them. I would expect them to fight harder than usual. L'Oreal, they are here because they were sent by Lucia. They will not stand and fight when the situation turns on them. Gloom, actually, Lucia didn't send them. These demons are renegades acting on their own initiative.
Sure?
L'Oreal, and how do you know this? Gloom. Lucia told me. L'Oreal, Lucia. Otherwise known as the Great Deceiver?
Totally trustworthy.
L'Oreal, how can you take the word of the Morning Star seriously again? After all that has happened. Nathaniel, perhaps this is not the best time for this particular debate. Gloom, you're letting your prejudices get the better of you again. Gloom, as the angel of justice, you have to rise above that. L'Oreal, and you should not be putting the opinions of your friend above those of your wife. L'Oreal, I do not understand why she would ever forgive you. A staring contest ensues. Winona, hey. Winona, can you two knock it off? You're supposed to be trying to kill me here, not each other. You and L'Oreal back off. Nathaniel, the main problem is the sheer amount of plague demons we face. Nathaniel, between these numbers and the open terrain, we could easily become surrounded. L'Oreal, we will just have to kill them twice as quickly then. Nathaniel, Azrael, this is your quest. You should decide on our plan. L'Oreal, what do you say, old man? Attack from above. After considering the options, you decide to play it safe. Gloom, Nathaniel is right. The two of you should take to the skies and wear them down with quick strikes. Gloom, I will take Winona and fight our way through once you have reduced their numbers. L'Oreal, it should not be hard as we will have the high ground. Nathaniel, let us make haste. L'Oreal draws her 2 flaming swords and is about to take off when she notices Nathaniel's skateboard. L'Oreal, are you really going into battle with that wooden toy? Nathaniel, this is no toy. It is carved from the world tree. L'Oreal, you are taking the piss, right? An epic skateboard is still just a skateboard, after all. L'Oreal, here, I can lend you one of my flaming swords. Nathaniel, no, I will be fine with my board. L'Oreal, fine. But watch where you are swinging it. L'Oreal, do not hit me in the face by accident. Nathaniel, I will not, for you will not survive it. L'Oreal, we will take for the skies now. Good luck, Winona. May God's force be with you. And so began the Battle of St. Mariah's Cathedral. L'Oreal, Nathaniel, and Aristotle soar into the skies and begin circling the cathedral. They start swooping down to slash at the demons, L'Oreal with her flaming swords, and Nathaniel with his skateboard. L'Oreal, exactly how do you fight with a skateboard, Nathaniel? Like this. L'Oreal, well, that works for Winona. Shit sticks, they're impressive. Winona, look at L'Oreal with those flaming swords. You stare at Winona and shake your head disapprovingly. Gloom, bah. Dual wielding is flashy, but it lacks versatility. Gloom, it's a one-trick pony way of fighting. You ignite your spectral blade and take Winona's hand. Gloom, come, I think they've thinned out the demon forces enough. Gloom, stay behind me and don't run away, no matter what happens. Gloom, I will keep you safe. Winona, I trust you. Gloom, you launch into the fray with preternatural speed, ducking left and right to avoid the demons while rushing to the cathedral. But 3 plague demons manage to intercept you. Demon, traitor. Demon, we will slay you and take back the girl. The 3 demons slowly spread out to surround you. Gloom, stay here, kid. You charge into battle and take off 2 of their heads with a single horizontal slash. After a quick parry, you send the last one flying in the air with your hate blast, allowing L'Oreal to swoop in and decapitate it in midair. Winona, that was cutting. So gross, but so cutting at the same time. Gloom, try not to let their blood splatter on you. Gloom, they're plague demons after all. Winona, I can't die, remember. Gloom, but you can still sting. With your path cleared, you keep moving towards the cathedral as the 2 angels continue picking off demons. After slicing apart a few more stray demons, you make it through the main doors of the cathedral. As you enter through the massive doorway, you use your hate blast to shut the doors behind you. Gloom, okay, we're in. While the battle continues to rage outside, you and Winona make your way deeper into the cathedral. You expected some resistance, but it seems no demons have appeared to stop you. Without any delays, you are able to take Winona to the chamber of the holy door very quickly. The chamber is an immense dark room with massive marble pillars on either side of the doors. The doors themselves are a set of large doors decorated with panels depicting the history of salvation. It would look a lot more impressive if the lights were on. Winona, Gloom. Is this it? Gloom, yes, these are the holy doors. Winona, I think my expectations were a bit too high because this is supposed to be a gateway to heaven. Winona, but what's with the darkness? Will the doors disintegrate if they're exposed to light? Gloom, just wait a minute, kid. I still have to open the doors. Gloom, mortals are always so impatient. Winona walks up to the doors. Winona, look, the doors are already opened, and they just lead to a small empty room. Winona, be honest with me, Gloom. Is heaven a small empty room? Winona, has the church been overselling this paradise? Gloom, it'll look better when the doors are activated. You fish the high key of Amelie out of your pocket and insert it into the keyhole. Then you speak the words to summon the portal. Gloom, Claytometrian Chirurg. The doors suddenly burst to life with a brilliant light. Winona, holy shit. Gloom, there you have it. Told you it looks better when it's opened. Winona, so we walk into this, and we will end up in heaven. Gloom, that's what it's for. Katerina, is pity you will not cross it. Gloom, Katerina. Gloom, kid. Get behind me now. Katerina drops down from her hiding spot in the ceiling. Katerina, you should have abandoned quest like I asked you to, old teacher. Gloom, but you didn't ask me to stop. Technically you only asked me to view the memory stone and reconsider. Katerina, is true. I must learn to properly communicate expectations in future. Katerina, still, I cannot allow you to go any further. Winona, wait, I know that accent. Why does it sound so familiar? Gloom, Lucia does not want any interference in this matter. Gloom, and of all of her people, I didn't think you would ever disobey your mistress. Katerina, no, but this one time I must make exception. Gloom, so, You're in charge of the renegade army. You believe in the Doombringer prophecy too? Katarina, do not confuse me with those superstitious fools. Katarina, prophecy, destiny, all bullshit. Katarina, is construct of Nekelturni who rather chase empty promises than taking charge of own life. Winona, Nekelturni, Gloom, if you don't believe in the prophecy, then why are you stopping us from passing? Winona, because she's my guardian angel. Gloom, guardian angel? Winona, she's been helping me out of bad situations for years now. Winona, you're always there for me when I'm in trouble. Gloom, but Lucia has forbidden any contact with Winona. Katarina, she is her Dedish. Even if Lucia will not interfere, I cannot let any harm come to her daughter. Winona, her daughter? Winona, who is this Lucia? Gloom, don't worry about it now, kid. Winona, who is she? Gloom. Who? Katarina, who? Who? You sound like Nightingale. Yes, Winona. Gloom, what do you mean? Katarina, is joke. Yes. Who is sound of Nightingale? Winona, don't you mean an owl? Gloom, yeah, owls go hoo hoo. Nightingales do that singing thing. Katarina, Krast. I get birds mixed up. But you understand humor, yes. Gloom, it's a good try, Katarina. Winona, A for effort. Katarina, you make spelling mistake. Should be E for EFF. Gloom, never mind. Gloom, anyway, step aside, Katarina. Katarina, I cannot do that. Katarina, and do not mistake that I fear you as others do. I will fight you and beat you if I have to. Gloom, I don't think you fear anything. But we can avoid a fight neither one of us wants to have. L'Oreal, but I want this fight. Gloom, oh no. L'Oreal, what a fluke encounter. I have waited yonks for the chance to fight the legendary Katarina. Katarina, come, come. I have knife for each of you, and we bring death. L'Oreal, Gloom, take Winona and go ahead through the gate. L'Oreal, Katarina and I have a death match to sort out. Okay, she's all yours. Gloom, okay, L'Oreal. She's all yours, L'Oreal, yes. L'Oreal readies her flaming short swords by her sides. Katarina, you will regret this, girl. L'Oreal, no, today will be the happiest day of my existence. L'Oreal, justice will be served. The two warriors charge at one another and their twin weapons clash in a shower of sparks. Every strike is met with a parry, and every counter is dodged at the last moment. The two look evenly matched, as they anticipate and counter each other's moves. The only difference is in their expressions. L'Oreal is gleefully enjoying it like a game, while Katarina's face is marked by intense focus. Gloom, come on, Winona. Let's go. Winona, this is so cutting. It's like a Jackie Chan movie but in real life. L'Oreal charges Katarina and backs her into a corner. After a series of slashes and parries, L'Oreal has managed to pin both of Katarina's knives back. L'Oreal, looks like I have you now. Katarina, angels, always so overconfident. Katarina's massive biceps begin to bulge as she starts pushing L'Oreal back through sheer brute force. L'Oreal, you two had better run along now. I cannot hold her for long. While L'Oreal has Katarina cornered, you take Winona and head for the holy door. Katarina, Gloom, please. Katarina, do not harm the girl. Gloom, it's her choice, Katarina. Not ours. Winona, I'm sorry, Miss Katarina. I have to do this. The two of you rush through the portal, and everything goes white. When your eyes adjust to the brightness, you find yourself among the clouds. Bright light and blue skies fill every inch of this place and stretch as far as you can see. It's been over 500 years since you've last been here. And after all that death and waiting, you're finally home. Winona blinks and rubs her eyes as they adjust to the light. Winona, Gloom, is this? Gloom, yes. We made it to heaven. Winona, and we're literally walking on clouds. Holy shit, this is awesome. Winona dashes around and explores the immediate surroundings. She grabs a handful of cloud fluff and tosses it at you. Winona, this is so cutting. Suddenly, she stops. She points to the large archway behind the two of you. Winona, did we just come through that? Gloom, yes, that is Heaven's Gate. Gloom, let's keep moving before they push us back through. You gesture to the many armored angels that now surround you with shimmering spears. Winona, okay. The two of you proceed further into heaven, towards the light. Winona, who are those guys? Gloom, Michael Seraphim. They defend the gate and prevent any intruders from entering. Winona, they don't look friendly. Gloom, not everyone in heaven is. Gloom, it's not quite the perfect place you mortals think it is. You walk a little further, then Winona stops. Winona, Gloom, tell me the truth, please. Winona, who is Lucia? You think carefully about this question. Your gut feel wants to tell Winona the truth because you hate lying to her. But you also feel that she isn't going to take the truth well, and does she really need to know? Winona, come on, dude. Tell me who Lucia is. Lucia is the devil. You consider your response carefully, and you decide to tell her the truth. Gloom, your mother, your real mother is. Gloom, she's the angel that led the great fallout. Winona, my mom's the devil. Gloom, we don't use that name. That's just something you mortals came up with. Winona, okay, whatever. But she's the big bad, right? Winona, the ruler of hell. Gloom, she leads the demons, in a way. Anyone who opposes heaven looks to her for guidance. Gloom, but she wouldn't consider herself a ruler. Gloom, and she definitely isn't bad. She just has an opposing view. Winona, holy shit. That makes me the Antichrist. Winona, I'm like that creepy kid in that movie. She starts running her fingers through her hair. Winona, do I have 666 on my scalp? Gloom, hey, knock it off. Gloom, you're not the goddamn Antichrist. Winona, well, I'm the Doombringer. Winona, and what difference does the name make? I'm still the ultimate incarnation of evil. Gloom, do you feel evil? Really, do you feel like you're an evil person? Winona, it doesn't matter how I feel. Evil people don't feel like they're evil. Winona, you said it yourself. Gloom. Gloom, but you're not an evil person. Gloom, it doesn't matter who your mother is. You are the person you choose to be. Winona, that's easy for you to say. Winona, your mom isn't the devil. Gloom, I happen to know Lucia very well, and she does what she does to protect you humans. Gloom, you should show her some respect. Winona, maybe I would if she was actually around. Winona, why haven't I ever met her? Winona, if she is such a good person, why did she abandon me? Gloom, I don't know why either. I only found out recently that she's your mom. Winona, she's not a very good protector of humans if she can't even protect her own daughter. Winona, do you know how many times I've gotten my ass kicked? There would be even more if Katarina didn't step up behind her back. Gloom, well, technically you're still alive, so it's not like Lucia failed to protect you. Winona. Winona, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Gloom. Conversations that abruptly end on depressing cliffhangers are the worst. Now you could either push the issue further, at the risk of angering her even more, or leave her be and let her self-regulate her emotions. How do you want to handle this? Leave her be. You decide that she could do with some alone time to come to terms with this revelation, so you give her space. She walks on ahead, with her hands in her pockets and her eyes staring at the ground. You think about trying to talk to her, but decide it's best to leave her be for now. The two of you continue to walk wordlessly. Not since that first trip to the church have the two of you walked together in such awkward silence. She normally cannot stop talking about games and music, and she's so interested in discussing everything and anything. Right now she just seems angry. Luckily for you, the silence is broken by the appearance of Muriel. Muriel,
Plot
it's
thickens.
real. You made it? Muriel swoops in and lands next to you. Muriel, I never doubted that you would. Gloom, Muriel. Muriel flies into your arms and the two of you enter into a long, passionate embrace. The kind of embrace that you've been dreaming of for centuries. She buries her face into your chest, and the sweet scent of her hair fills your senses with delight. You know now that heaven is not a place. Heaven is being with the one you love. For a moment, you cannot tell if this is real, or if you're reliving an old memory in yesterday's studio. But it's real. Because in your old memories, Winona was never standing there, staring awkwardly. You quickly separate yourselves. Winona looks at Muriel with great interest, but doesn't say anything. Muriel strides over to Winona and places a hand on her shoulder. Muriel, you must be Winona, the bravest girl in the world. Winona, I think you've mistaken me for another Winona. Muriel, no, I do not think I have. Winona, you have. Muriel, I am Muriel. Winona, yeah, I figured that out when he called you by name. Muriel smiles, despite the sass coming from Winona. Muriel, I wanted you to know that you are among the most compassionate of your kind. Winona, yeah, that's crap. I'm not Keanu Reeves or anything. Muriel, do not forget I am the angel of mercy. So I have some expertise in these matters. Muriel, thank you for spreading kindness in your realm. Muriel, I wish you could see how your actions have quietly but surely made a difference. Muriel, every smile and good deed adds up and multiplies. Muriel, I am sorry that you have had such a hard life though. Winona, well, all my troubles are behind me now, right? Muriel, well, this is not the ideal end to your troubles, but I hope you will find peace from now on. Muriel, your fellow mortals may never comprehend how much you have sacrificed, but know that the angels thank you for it. Winona, you're welcome, I guess. Muriel, and I am further in your debt for bringing my husband back to me. Muriel, if it was not for your quest, who knows how much longer I would have had to wait. Winona, yeah sure. Whatever. Muriel turns around and points at you. Muriel, you owe this girl, Azrael. Do not let her down. Gloom, no, I won't. Winona's attention is captured by the sound of an owl. She starts waving at two approaching figures. Winona, you guys made it out in one piece. I feel so relieved. Muriel, L'Oreal. I am glad that you have returned. Muriel, the Watchers told me that you fought Katarina. Muriel, were you being impulsive again? L'Oreal, just serving justice. Nathaniel, it was a tough fight. L'Oreal, a glorious battle. Nathaniel, but we survived. L'Oreal, and emerged victorious. Gloom, what happened to Katarina? L'Oreal, oh, it will be a battle that will be retold for centuries. L'Oreal, we were evenly matched for yonks, but justice won the day. Gloom, you killed her? L'Oreal, no. She managed to escape. L'Oreal points to a severely lacerated wing. L'Oreal, she gimped my wing during the battle, so I could not give chase. L'Oreal, I doubt I can fly again for a month. Nathaniel, you will have other chances to defeat her. Muriel, thank you both for helping Azrael on his quest. Nathaniel, always happy to help an old friend. Muriel, it has been far too long since we were all able to get together as a group like this. Nathaniel, indeed. Welcome back, Azrael. Gloom, it's good to be home. L'Oreal. You're the only one who notices that L'Oreal rolls her eyes. Evidently, not everyone is ecstatic that you're back. Aristotle starts calling out, and Nathaniel tilts his head as he sees through his owl's eyes. Nathaniel, Michael is on his way here. L'Oreal, that prick. Gloom, you guys should go. He'll get shitty if he sees us all together. Nathaniel, a wise suggestion, indeed. We will find you later and resume our reunion party. Muriel starts to leave, but stops and turns around. Muriel, I love you, Azriel. It's so good to have you back. L'Oreal, come on, get moving already. Muriel, alright, I am coming. Muriel, you say you are not afraid of anything, yet look how you cower when Michael is around. The angels make their hasty getaway, and for a short moment, it is just you and Winona again. Winona, I'm really glad you're back home with your friends again. Gloom. Winona, I wasn't super sure before, but I know why you wanted to come back now. Michael, hey Gloom. Gloom, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, kid. Here comes the biggest asshole in this place. Michael, welcome back to heaven, bro. It is so good to see you up here among the clouds again. Michael, now I promised you that I would bring you back into the light. Michael, and here you are. So did I deliver, or did I deliver? Gloom, well, technically we got here ourselves. All you did was tell your seraphim not to kill us on sight. Michael, you have always been a funny guy, Gloom. Good laughs indeed. Michael, it will be so much fun to have you back with us angels. You doubt his sincerity, but okay. Michael looks at Winona and sizes her up. Michael, come, follow me. I have a special place prepared for us to complete your quest. You take Winona's hand, and the two of you follow cautiously as Michael takes you away from the light. You lived in heaven for centuries before.
Okay,
but you
I
never
think this
knew
is
there
a
was
good place
anything more
to
than the clouds and the
call it
celestial
for
cities.
now. Obviously, this is towards the end, so they're going to be filling this with
Same.
lots of dialogue
Same.
and whatnot.
Same.
So
You lived in heaven
we
for
will get into
centuries
this
before,
next time.
but
So
you never
till
knew there
next
was
time,
anything more than the
later.
clouds and the celestial cities.